Yo, what's up guys? It's the Insane Game Freak here to bring you another societal discussion, and this one is going to be about, someone left a request of this, I think on my either last, not my last one, but the one before last one, or the one before that last one, asking me to do a discussion relating to the concept of being a person who is pretty much criticism versus being rude. And I actually did look at the definition for rude. Apparently, the definition for rude is essentially saying things pretty much out of context in a situation that it wasn't called for. For example, talking about an improper subject in a proper or a more mature situation. For example, you're at work and you're talking about sex for no reason. That's some rude shit. Or coming, and for me, or just not being in, having proper manners, doing something ill properly, or saying something that's ill proper. That's kind of the basic definition of rude. And I want to kind of discuss this, and I'm also going to incorporate the hater situation, because that shit is directly correlated with this whole criticism versus being rude. Because what people don't understand, for some dumbass reason, is that being rude and being criticized are two damn different things. You can be rude and not give criticism, but you can criticize and not be rude to either. It's the whole thing. People, for some reason, these things are just grouped together. I get this shit all the damn time at work, where it's like I'll say something and I'll hear one of my coworkers go, "Man, you're so rude," and I'm just sitting there going, "How the fuck is that rude?" Because I just made a basic criticism. I isn't like I told the person to go eat a dick and die or some shit. I made a basic criticism off of something we were talking about in the conversation. And for some fucking reason, it's always this fucking thing where it's like, if I say something that isn't completely fucking positive, I am automatically being rude. For example, I'm pretty sure some of you guys have female friends who make really bad decisions in terms of dating. And here's my whole thing. My criticism to a few of my friends, female friends, is that one of my female friends, for some stupid ass reason, dates the same type of guy all the goddamn time. And I'm just like, you do realize the reason why you're having such a bad problem in relationships is because you date the same type of guys, and you don't really make any of your standards clear. Because it's like you have a conversation with a chick and it's like, okay, you have some good morals, you have some good standards, but for whatever fucking reason, when you actually go and talk, when a dude comes and talks to you and asks you out, and y'all have this little building of a relationship, where it starts, for some fucking reason, none of those morals or, ground rules that you had when you were talking to me fucking make it to that damn relationship, and then you're dating the dude for 6 months and you're wondering why the shit isn't working out. That is a criticism. That is not me being a dick and going, you are a hoe and you just fuck a whole bunch of dudes because you suck at dating. That's being rude. What I just gave you, the previous example was me being critical. I was giving you a criticism. It's like, this is what you need to do to change. Be more direct and stand by the morals and ground rules that you fucking set. Because if you don't, niggas are gonna just walk all over you like they have been doing. That's a fucking criticism. For some fucking reason, just because I said you did something that the girl that you're talking to doesn't fucking, agree with, automatically you are being so goddamn rude and mean and shit. For some fucking reason, it seems like the term rude and like criticism and shit, honesty at this point, are incorporated into the one thing. Like, apparently rude defines criticizing, being mean as shit, and being honest. All those are rude now. That makes no goddamn sense. And it's retarded because the term hater is incorporated into this shit. Everybody's a fucking hater now. Once again, if you're a hater, that means hater now also incorporates being rude, being honest, being mean, and being critical. All that is hater material now, which is fucking ridiculous. Nobody wants to hear shit anymore. And what's funny and annoying as fuck at the same time is that people who tell you that they can handle criticism can't fucking handle criticism. Motherfuckers will be told all the time that they have a set amount of problems. And it's not even like, being rude is me coming out of nowhere. Like, you're doing your work and I just come into the door and I just walk around and do my shit, and then I come up to you and I'm just like, you are a piece of shit, you deserve to die, and I hope you burn in hell, and then I just walk off. That's some rude, mean ass shit. That's what that is. That's deserving of the definition hater, or well, not even really hater, just being rude, honestly. Being rude or mean is what that defines. Criticism is when we're having a conversation. I'll give another example. We're talking about maybe fast food, and you're talking about some shit about Weight Watchers. We're having this conversation, and you're like, "Well, I've been on Weight Watchers for like 6 months now. I don't understand. Every time I lose weight, I always gain it back." And my response would be something along the lines of, "Well, it's probably because you keep flip-flopping in between eating healthy and eating fatty. So what ends up happening is that you balance out. You never really gain any extra weight, but you never really lose any extra weight either. If you would be more defined in what you're trying to do and stay consistent on that course, you probably wouldn't have this problem." That's apparently the same thing as being me, as the previous example of me saying some mean, hateful shit to you. That's how today's world works. For some fucking reason, we get on the internet and some of these people, and I'll say almost everybody has a little moment where they're a lot more dickish on the internet than they are in real life. For whatever reason, we're horrible motherfuckers on the internet. But when it comes to real life conversations, considering most of our society is interconnected with the internet in some way, shape, or form, whether it's through a phone or a laptop or a tablet or a home computer or your fucking video game console, because every console goes on the internet now. We can throw out all these, hateful things and dish out all this crap and obviously as I said, a lot of people say if you're going to be on the internet, you probably got to develop a thick skin because you're going to be called a lot of ridiculous shit. You would think with this kind of constant flood of hatred and shit, that would be the obvious example so other people wouldn't make the same mistake in real life conversations. No, they still make the same damn thing. They correlate it with that. Like for black, it's like, oh, if I call you a nigga that deserves to be hanged and burned on the cross, apparently that also translates to me being like, maybe you should, be more, consistent and defiant in the morals you want to set when you're going out with boys. Apparently that's the same goddamn thing. This is what pisses me the fuck off about today's society. For one reason, we're very fucking flip-floppy with that kind of shit. For whatever reason, we can handle it on the internet, but when it comes on the damn real world, everything is a hater comment. Everything is being rude. None of this shit is just being honest or normal criticism. Actually, I don't even think what people know what criticism is. I think people think criticism is the same thing as being rude. No, it's not. It's me giving you an objective view on you of the subject that we are talking about. Like, we're talking about your smoking habits. I'm giving you an objective view on your smoking habits and giving you the positives and the negatives and maybe what the problem is. Obviously, it's my opinion and you have the right to ignore it, but don't act like I'm intentionally trying to beat you down just because you feel offended. Just because you heard me say some shit that you don't like. What the that don't make any sense. And then the whole hater thing is that everybody's a goddamn hater for doing these things. Even people who are friends with one another, people who've known each other for years, are haters if they say one negative thing to each other. And that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why is it that we have this thick ass skin for the internet, but when it comes to a real life conversation, whether it's someone you've known for years or someone you met maybe like that second, everything is so goddamn touchy-feely sensitive and shit. Like I gotta tiptoe around your feelings because any negative thing, whether it's a criticism or me being a dick, every negative thing is now hater territory. That's why I fucking hate that word. That's why you rarely hear me say that word. If I can help it, I'll never fucking say that word in the context of, yo, such and such is a hater. Those niggas are haters or some shit. I don't never say that. You wanna why? Because it makes no goddamn sense that just because they gave me a criticism, and also just because in life you're gonna run into a whole bunch of different types of people with different mindsets. To call everybody who doesn't like you a hater shows me how fucking immature you are as an adult or a person or a child or whatever the fuck. Because just because a person doesn't get along or agree with you doesn't make them a hater. It's when they intentionally come at you for no reason whatsoever but to just keep telling you the most mean and hateful shit. And mind you, I think the other reason is because people could be saying some stuff that could be true about you. But the problem is the way they're coming at you. If they're just coming out of nowhere calling you a piece of shit oh, you're so insecure about your weight and such and such. That may be a true fact about you, but that's being rude when we're not having a conversation or a realistic dialogue, and you just fucking come out of nowhere and say you're insecure about your weight. Does it make what they say any less true? No. But at the same time, does it make them rude? Fuck yes, because it came out of fucking nowhere. We gotta be having a conversation. I gotta at least be talking to you normally for you to just come, instead of just, I fucking, type, hey, what's up? And you're just like, you're a fucking faggot. And you're just like, that's being rude. That's what I don't understand. And as I said, the whole hater thing, that's the same thing. Like, when I hear people say everybody who disagrees with you is a hater, or people, like, literally when I see your haters are comprised of people who just blatantly disagree with you, and all your friends are people who always agree with you, that means you want to be a leader of a herd of sheep. And you want everyone who's different from you to not be there with you, which makes no goddamn sense, because and this is why people's emotional growth is so goddamn stunning, because everybody wants to fucking have a fucking yes group behind them. I mean, mind you, that's part of the reason why people get on YouTube, is they like the dialogue, but at the same time, we're kind of stroking our egos here. We're making videos to a whole bunch of people who are just like, oh, you're the greatest, you're the greatest. That's why I ask for criticism. I don't expect my videos to just get purely positive shit, because if I'm getting purely positive response from one video and I'm not getting any negative response, I view that as something being weird, or I'm talking about, or what I'm stating is a general opinion. That's usually how that works. But I accept I don't block everybody who says something mean on my damn channel, as long as it's within context. Like, you don't have to agree with me, but if you just come on my channel and go black nigger, that's rude. But if you come over here and give me just a normal, it doesn't even have to be like a 5 or 6 sentence long response, but just like a fucking word response, like it's like, I disagree with your points because of such and such, and it's like a logistical thing you can think. That's fine. I'm not gonna call that dude a hater. He's not a hater. He's just someone who disagrees with my opinion. Why is it that everyone who disagrees? It's like all negativity isn't bad. All negativity isn't bad. Part of the negativity is bad. The part that doesn't make that just random as fuck and makes no goddamn sense. Not the part that's, sat down and thought of and constructed into a normal sentence. Like, for example, I think the Archfiend would probably be the best example of a person who has his own constructive criticism, but isn't being a dick about it. Well, he's being a dick about it sometimes. This way. The Archfiend has his moments of being a dick, but at the same time, he's just being logistically smart in being criticizing, critiquing the person fairly. That's what I was thinking of. That isn't being rude. That's just a damn critique. And everyone will block the dude because he critiqued them. Or he would just had a minor criticism. Or just a criticism in general. So, in society, we need to man up in the real world. It has nothing to do with the internet anymore. You need to man up in the real world. You need to differentiate the words rude, hater. Hater needs to die in the fire, to be perfectly honest. That word does not need to exist because it's not even used in the right term. The only term it really should be used in is the people who are making the racist comments and the really simple one phrase, or fuck, even paragraph long phrases of just mean random shit. That's the only thing haters should ever be used for. But not for someone who just normally disagrees with you and is speaking in a normal fashion, acting like a normal human being. I disagree with your opinion on such and such. I feel like this is the problem you may have because your song, maybe like if you're talking to an artist or tweeting an artist, because a lot of motherfuckers on Twitter do this shit. A lot of famous people on fucking Twitter like to use the goddamn word haters, especially a lot of rappers and R&B singers. Like, listen, niggas ain't haters just because they don't like your music. They just disagree with what your message is in your music. It's like, oh, Nicki Minaj, I don't really like your music, nor do I really like you as a person because of such and such reasons. It's not me going, fuck you, bitch, you a hoe. You fucking have plastic booties. I ain't even say that shit with a straight face. You have a plastic ass. Your tits come from Walmart, bitch. Like, that's some hater shit. Not, I just don't agree with the messages you convey in your songs. Like telling women that they need a man all the damn time, or telling girls that, they need to look like whores in order to get real attention. Or pretty much every one of your songs being a sex romp and having little girls look up to you and you treating it as if it's not that important. Because then people get defensive and it's like, well, you don't even fucking know me. I come from the streets. I love my fellow black women and my ass is real. You just mad because you can't get it. Like, like that's the problem. That's the problem. People flip out on basic shit and it's just annoying as fuck. So please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. This has been the Insane Game Freak with another societal discussion. Life's a game, play to win. And thank you guys for the video, the supports and video responses and comments are always welcome. Like, dislike, I don't give a fuck. Do what you need to do. Peace.